show of hands, is anyone aware of what eventing is? Or that horseback riding is an Olympic sport? Well, it's surprising to see how many people are unaware of it since it has been an Olympic sport since 1912. There are three basic components to eventing. There is dressage, cross country, and skate jumping, or show jumping. And these all take place in the course of 3 days. I have been competing, this is a picture of me. I have been competing horses for the past 11 years, 6 of which I have spent eventing. So it's a sport that's near and dear to my heart, and I'd like to share with you what in fact it actually is. You might be thinking, why is this important to me, or why should I listen to this presentation? But it has been, since it has been a sport since 1912, it was only open to competitors outside of the military since 1952, which is actually surprising. And USA Today actually published an article this past summer on the 9 reasons why equestrian is actually the best sport. I'm not trying to sway your opinion on what your favorite Olympic sport is. I'm just trying to explain to you exactly what eventing is. So, as I said before, the first stage is dressage. This is a very refined discipline. As you can see, it's very black and white, plain colors, and the horse and rider will complete a test of about 35 to 40 different movements, and each of these movements will be awarded a score of 0 to 10, 0 being the worst and 10 being the best, although it's very uncommon to see scores of 0 to 10, of 0 and 10. It's common to see scores around 7 or 8. So just like finding your average score on an exam or test or anything like that, you add up all of the points that you earned and divide by the amount of points possible and multiply by 100 to find your percentage. So, and you'll find your score. Okay, the next stage, as you can tell, that was very refined. The next stage is cross country, and this is very, it lacks the finesse of dressage. It's very difficult, and it's also the most exciting of the 3 stages. This is a picture from the past Olympics in Rio. As you can see, there's a city line behind it. This drop is probably about 4 foot, but as you can tell, it's going downhill. It's very important for the riders to know exactly what they're doing in cross country because they, in fact, rebalance the horse after they complete this drop. So they have to make sure that they have the right approach to this fence and to make sure that they are able to sit back and ride the horse accordingly. This next chart, this is the level that I competed at this past summer. So as you can see here, the height of these fences was only 211, and this is the Olympic height, and the height of these were 311. So you might be thinking it's only like a foot difference, like it probably wouldn't be that much, like that big of a deal, but these fences can be as tall as they can be wide, so it makes the fences massive. So as you might already presume, it's very dangerous. So it's necessary to have the proper precautions beforehand. This is obviously someone falling off their horse, but as you can see, he's wearing the proper safety equipment. You're required to wear a safety vest at any level of competition, and recently they have come up with an air vest, which you wear over your safety vest as well, which connects to your horse's saddle as well as your vest. And in case of an accident like this will pull off, and just like an airbag would, it would deflate. This is beneficial because, as you can see, the horse is falling over the fence with the rider, so it will help protect their vital organs from being crushed eventually by the horse. So another point to make at this picture is the fact that her helmet, she's wearing a skull cap helmet, and this helmet will cover your skull from just above your eyebrows to to the base of your neck and the back. And it's, compared to other helmets, it has more coverage, so that it's safer for you, actually. And eventing, in cross country, you have to wear a medical armband, which contains all of your medical information in case of an emergency, and you would have to be rushed to a hospital. You have all of your medical information strapped onto your arm, so they will know how to treat you. Here's another fall from a horse. So both of these riders and horses were okay, they just suffered minor injuries, but that's not always the case. Since 1993, there have been 53 rider deaths due to eventing, most specifically cross country, since it's the most dangerous of the three phases. And the eventing community has been coming up with these new inventions such as the skull cap helmet and the air vest so that riders are better protected from these incidents, but they don't always work. Out of the 53 rider deaths since 1993, there was actually an age gap of 12 to 64, so it's very interesting to see how something so dangerous is still so popular. So the next and final stage of eventing is stadium jumping, which is kind of a combination of dressage and cross country, but it has like the same type of finesse as stadium, but it's also jumping, so like cross country. As you can see, these have rails instead of just the hard objects as cross country would be. So it's easy for the horse to simply knock a rail rather than have the horse hit the fence in cross country and you and your horse fall rather than just hit a pole. So this is the winner of the past Olympics, Ryan Wood. And as you can tell, there's a specific position with jumping. And it's different than cross country and dressage also because you don't know what time you'll be riding until after your cross country ride. So you enter the ring in chronological order, but you start with the person who's in, say, 25th place, and you finish with the person who's in about first place. So it's very nerve-wracking for the competitors entering the ring. This is an image from the past World Cup finals at the Eventing Championships this past September. And this is an image of Doug Payne, who won in the helmet, and Ryan Wood. Doug Payne lost this competition by hitting one rail. Because as you may assume, if you hit a rail, it is an additional 4 points. So, and the scores are very close with the top riders. So just because he hit this one rail, he lost the Eventing Championships and $15,000. So Ryan Wood graciously signed that for him. Good luck and better luck next time. So overall, I just wanted to share with you my perspective on the sport of eventing. Although you can see it's very dangerous with the jumping and the certain obstacles that you encounter here, it's a very popular sport. It's probably the most popular riding sport. You might still be thinking, why is this important to me? But I just want to share with you my knowledge on the sport so we can raise awareness of the sport, because I would be heartbroken to see this fall out as an Olympic sport. So if you're watching the Olympics in 2020 and you're flipping through the channels and you see a horse, you'll be able to see which sport it's in and tell all your friends about it, and they'll be impressed so that you know all of this. And with that, you'll be sharing